Hey guys, how you doing? Sorry about that. How you doing? It's the first of the month. Uh, I took a break, man. Had to take a break. Had to take a break. Every once in a while you got to take a break, right? Uh, Hopefully you get to take a break, and when you do, refresh yourself, refresh yourself. So, want to talk to you guys about a couple of things per the description. While you're watching, if you like to comment, please do so. Uh, because as you do, a lot of times you comment or ask questions on things that people might want to have information on. So I wanted to start off with credit and give you some insight as to what I'm seeing for those of you that are looking to secure residential real estate, heck, anything at this point, because the game has changed, right? The ball is ever moving. So some of the common some of the common collections and derogatory things that I see on credit reports on a daily basis are as follows, right? So, cable bills, cable collections. I don't know if folks aren't returning their modems or what have you, but guys, um, give them their stuff back. You know what I mean? Because these types of collections cause a lot of heartache, especially when you're trying to move forward, and could move the needle, if you will, when you're looking for certain interest rates, right? Cell phones. So cable collections, derogatory accounts, cell phone companies. I've heard it all. And again, I don't know, what's right or wrong. For those of you that might be watching, if you get a cell phone and you don't pay cash for it up front, and they put it on some type of payment plan, they are going to hit you if you don't pay. Okay. And I've seen them for thousands of dollars. So I don't know what it is, but that's something that's common. Um, Obviously, credit cards. We've gone through this renaissance, this educational period from the pandemic, or prior to the pandemic up until 2022. Everybody is business credit and all this, but you got to pay it back. Okay. Please do not over leverage yourself. Most of the stuff that you see online is a lie. Please believe me, it's not accurate. And so don't over leverage yourself because in the end, it hurts you. Okay. Because credit is very important. So, credit cards, obviously, medical collections. Medical collections are something that we see a lot of. Good news is a lot has been done in the way of medical collections from the CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and they don't show up immediately. And moreover, in my experience, if you go back to whoever the practitioner was, those are the types of collections that you can get a deletion letter for if you pay it in full. So, but depending on the loan type that you're dealing with, most loan types now, we're not even looking at medical collections, but it can affect negatively the credit score. So be mindful of that. And then last, most definitely not least, auto repossessions. Auto repossessions are a common thing. And unfortunately, I see it a lot with people who are, struggling financially or are behind the eight ball, if you will, when it comes to credit and things of that nature. There's common characteristics. Here's the deal, guys. These car loans are easy to get into. When your credit scores and things of that nature aren't in line, you tend to default to bad used vehicles, okay, that aren't going to last the life of the loan. And you get yourself in a perpetual loop. You're digging a hole deeper and deeper. That's why it's very important, very, very, very important for your credit and your credit score. So, those are the common things that I see. What are you guys seeing? Did I miss any on the list? Again, if you'd like to engage because the goal here is to help those of you that want to secure real estate. I tell you, man, I tell you now, I haven't been around for a while because, be honest with you, I've been a little dismayed. Um, there's just so much misinformation, and those of us that are trying to really give real information, uh, it seems to get pushed to the side. But it is what it is. Okay, uh, if I could only let you see what certain things will eventually turn into, I would. But for those of you who can't see it right now, hey, keep watching. Eventually, hopefully, the light will turn on. Okay. And so those are the things credit wise. Before I get off of credit, from the common things that I see that make people stumble, here's another thing that I want to give you a humble warning on. Let me sound the trumpet on this. Buy now, pay later is everywhere. When you get ready to apply for a mortgage loan, and I don't think it's in other areas yet, but any undisclosed debt is debt that we're going to allocate or count towards your debt to income ratio. And so it's becoming more and more prevalent. And I mean, there's a ton, there's buy now, pay later, rent, it's everywhere. Here's the deal. Um, Buyer beware. Okay. Buyer beware. Don't allow these things to put you in a position to fail. And at the end of the day, you have to take ownership in that. Okay. Um, there's a reason you can't get certain things, and there's a reason that these companies have skirted the rules. And I don't think they're going to be around for much longer. They're going to have to do a little more disclosing, but great business model to where they're able to circumvent some of the um, rules that other lenders and creditors have to follow, right? But with that said, they're not doing that because they love you. They're making a lot of money. Okay. And the folks that have the lowest credit scores, that are behind the eight ball, if you will, you're the ones that pay for everything. You're the ones that pay for everything. So be mindful of the buy now, pay later, because you'll overwhelm yourself, because there's a reason you have to pay later. So you don't have the money. And it's fine to say that, but you have to acknowledge it and then devise a plan on how to change that scenario. But here's the deal: if you make $1 million a month and spend 1 million in one, you're no better off than anybody than somebody who doesn't make any monies. So at some point in time, we gotta govern ourselves. How do we do that? How do we do that? Moving into the next section, cash flow, right? Cash flow is king, man. Cash flow is king, and regardless of who you are, uh, there is a management, or management must be put in effect when it comes to cash flow. And so the easiest, the base form, the base level of management when it comes to cash flow is your bank statement. Okay, you have to mind that thing, uh, just like a CEO, because you are the CEO of your life or your family, the household that you run. Okay, and so some of the killers of cash flow, these subscription services. You really have to be mindful of those types of things. Okay, um, they're just kind of, they out of sight, they out of mind, and then the way a lot of us are, especially in Western cultures, easy to get into, but we don't want to go through the steps that we have to go through to shut them down. So, said all that to say this: 3 months, go back 3 months. Most of your asset or bank statement accounts are going to be online now, real easy to look at, and just see where your money's going so you can get a grasp on your cash flow, especially those that have credit challenges and maybe dealing with these buy now, pay later type things. Okay. Um, because cash flow is very important. It's very important, especially in a higher interest rate environment. And this goes beyond buying a home. Okay. I'm talking about your daily budget. Stuff is up. And so if you don't have the cash flow, again, this is what gets you into bad credit positions, so that when you do get ready to make a move, a lot of times you're frustrated because of some of the decisions that you had to make. Okay. Now, a couple of loan products that we've been doing a lot of, we've been helping people unlock the equity that they have in their homes. If you've been blessed to have a primary or investment properties and things of that nature, residential, we'll leave commercial alone because it's a different narrative there. But the equity in your home has probably risen. And depending on when you bought the home, you probably have a below 4% interest rate. And so, because of that, there's a lock in effect. And so, we're seeing a lot of renovation loans, um, seeing a lot of outdoor renovation type things, pools, patios, so on and so forth. Just be mindful that whenever you are going to make a renovation, that you think about your future self. You think about the exit plan. Okay, how long is it going to take to pay this back? And then when you understand that number, then you can go forward and determine if a HELOC, what's been coined as a HE loan, which is simply a second mortgage, or in certain, like in Texas, it's a cash out home equity where there's certain maximum loan to values that you can touch. But a HELOC is a credit card, if you will. HE loan is a lump sum of money, or second is a lump sum of money, cash out. And so once you understand, hey, what benefit are these renovations going to bring? What value are they going to add? Okay. Because I'm always thinking about an exit strategy. Um, and then what's the total payback, right? Then I can determine how or what tool I want to use. I may want to use cash, okay? I may want to access a home equity line of credit that I can go in and, be a little more flexible with things that are coming, okay? I may want that lump sum. So a lot of renovation loans, a lot of pool loans, what I'm seeing, okay? Also on that tip for my investors, doing a lot of debt service coverage ratio loans to be able to tap into that equity uh, and reposition some of that into another property. Also, those of you that are looking to sell and want to maximize the potential purchase price for someone coming in, maybe have some deferred maintenance and things of that nature. These are all great things to do before you list the home. Because once you list the home, then you're not able to do certain types of things. So if we could be of assistance for you there, reach out. We'd love to help you. And that's, again, how to tap into the equities that you may have realized over the last 4 or 5 years and not wanting to touch the first mortgage. Okay. Um, and then, yeah, I think I already hit it. I talked about the buy now, pay later, Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm. I mean, everywhere you look, buy now, pay later. Uh, Watch that again if you're looking to qualify for a home loan, because those things are going to show up on your asset statement. If you want to find out how to circumvent that, you know what? I don't even want to say that because that's not right. You can't circumvent it because on the application it says, do you have any other undisclosed debts? And so that is an undisclosed debt. You can't circumvent it. So the only way to get around it is not have those things. And again, easy for you to get in, but hard for you to get out because you're constantly, $20 here, $30 there. It adds up. It adds up. So if I missed any of those buy now, pay later type accounts, you guys put it down in the comment section. I'm curious because again, I'm seeing it everywhere, and it's just because of what I do. We look at literally a year, thousands of credit reports. Okay. And also with that, if you want to fix your credit, you don't have to pay anybody. And if you are a credit fixer, no disrespect, but I'm not telling an untruth. I would recommend that you go to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau because here's the deal: you don't want to repair anything; you want to fix it. And so you have to get to the root of the matter to understand what's going on. So you're not constantly having to go to somebody and pay money for things. Okay. That's how you remain in debt and not build any wealth over time. Okay. So there you have it, man. First of the month. I think I'm back. Took me a little break. And we only want to bring value and not a bunch of hyperbole and hype. You're not going to see me here with a lot of, not going to show you how much I make or a big old house or things of that nature. If you're serious about becoming a homeowner, primary residence, or some type of investment property with residential real estate, 1 to 4 units, reach out. We love to help you and educate you. That's the key so that you can teach those that are in your family and we can continue to grow. So you guys have a great day. Thank you for those of you that have stopped by and are watching. And yeah, until the next time. Peace. Y'all be blessed.